Hi, this is Chris Bonney from Consumer Electronics Daily News, and I am at the International CES 2010 show on the floor, and I am joined by Chad Sayers, founder and CEO of Saygus Incorporated. Chad, thank you very much for letting us stop by your very big, very nice, beautiful booth to talk about the VPhone. First of all, could you just talk about the company, where and when you found it, and why?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Chris. In the beginning of 1996, deregulation of the telecoms came around. I wanted to get into the communications business. I began educating myself about telecommunications industry, got excited about it, and then I decided, well, if I'm going to put a company together, I have to have a product. Looked for what I thought was the ultimate communications device, which was the communicator from Star Trek, and it was nowhere, man. So you take a look at that, and I grew up watching the Jetsons, and I'm thinking, hey, there's got to be a way to do video calling. And to my surprise, 97, when I founded the company, for a couple of years, people just basically told me I was nuts. It was all analog. There's not a chance of it happening. Go overseas to do that. And then I found Tim Riker, who's Mike Commander Riker, who's the CTO, kind of like that. And that's how we started really developing technology. That's how the company started. And now we're to where we do the world's only ubiquitous two-way video calling technology in any network anywhere in the world in a low bandwidth frequency with 24 to 30 frames per second on the 3G and about 18 to 22 frames per second in the edge technology.
And one thing that your VPhone has done here so far already, you won the CES Best of Innovations 2010 award. Could you just talk about that, what it means to you personally and for the company?
Yeah, that was a huge thing for me because 5 years ago, when they started doing the award, I remember thinking to myself, we have got to win that award. And so I think Gary Shapiro, the CEA president, was probably like, who's this nutty kid, man? What's he talking about? And, it was really cool because at the New York Unveiled, I went up to him and I said, Gary, thank you for all your support. He goes, hey, congratulations, finally. You won the award. And by the way, I had nothing to do with it. So I think our product stands for itself. We've been planning on it for a long time. It's a big deal to us. And certainly we think when you can beat the likes of Motorola, LG, Samsung, that's what they're very good at. It's like we're the little guys with the big dynamite.
And not only do you have basically the first, like you said, two-way video phone, one thing about it, it uses a small amount of bandwidth. It stays, even with that and with all the extras that it comes with, it stays within the bandwidth of a normal cell phone. How did you guys do that, and what does it mean?
Well, that's our secret sauce, so we don't talk a lot about it.
Yeah.
But we have been doing this for 10 years. So, been in the industry as long as we've been in. I would say our CTO is probably, if he's not the best in the world at device, network, software, technology in the Linux industry, which is why it has an Android OS on it. We expect it to be launched in 2.0, which is 1.6 right now that you've seen. But, really to be able to do that kind of low bandwidth, it takes a lot of work, a lot of time. We've made a lot of mistakes. And yet you just go back over it. It's part of it. You just never give up. You can't give up. It's critical for success, I think. And that's what we kept doing. We kept saying, there's got to be a way to do this. And, sort of today, we've been able to prove the concept to the point where it's now in the carrier's hands. Very shortly, the next few weeks, you should hear a big announcement.
Yeah. How proud does it make you, not just for your own hardware, but start literally from scratch from something? Spend a decade building it and working it, and then have it debut not only very well, but winning awards at the world's biggest trade show, basically. What does it mean?
Well, that's a great question. That puts a smile on my face because I don't really think of it like that. I think of it, well, we haven't sold, 3 million phones yet, so we're not done. When we get there, I'll take a break. But I've had people ask me that along the way. I've occasionally people say congratulations. And I say, well, there's no congratulations that is worthy, really, of that sort of salute until after you've created revenue and you're making a lot of people's families happy by helping them pay their bills, and great employees and stuff. So I guess I don't want to think that far ahead, but we're coming an awfully long way.
What can myself and anybody else expect from Saygus in 2010 and beyond?
That's a great question. I think you're going to see that not only are we leading the world's technology when it comes to communications as far as two-way video is concerned, but, in the networks out there, if they'll use our technology, if they'll license it from us, if other manufacturers of phones and carriers will bring our technology to their devices, the whole world will be able to communicate using two-way video calling. And I think that creates a very much more dramatic interpersonal relationship between businesses and between individuals and even between, leaders of other countries. Right now we have, which is kind of exciting, we have the U.S. Senate who's very excited about what we're doing, and they would like to use it for communication capabilities as well. So you're going to see us, I hope you'll see us leading the world in what we're doing, and we hope we've got some great new ideas coming out. And we want to make sure that the phone works in a way that nobody else has. We've overcome the objection. So far, there are about 5 major ones out there for video calling around the world. The reliability of networks. It was only hotspots in Europe that you can do two-way video calling. Like less than 3% of the networks, 5% would actually do it. But then you also had that other networks wouldn't do it, so they didn't communicate. So that the availability was not there. Then you have the cost, because the cost so much to upgrade the networks. All the video was going through those towers. That is an issue that we've addressed because we're using existing networks. And then you have the quality of the actual video. Some people say, oh, it's great it's two-way video calling. And yeah, 10 frames per second, nobody wants it. So you had to keep in that 20 frames per second range. And that's what we've been able to do. And then you have if you could solve those first 4, then you have a phone that you come out when they first came out with. They still have today hour and a half of video calling time, and then your phone dies. Yeah. So now you can't use it for the rest of the day. So we've solved that with hours of video calling, 7 hours of regular voice calling, and we hope that that's going to help the world begin communications at a new level.
Chad Sayers, founder and CEO of Saygus Saygus Incorporated. I'm sorry. Congratulations again on the Best of Innovation CES 2010 award. Have a great rest of the show and have a great 2010. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris.